came into the company as a training and development specialist in the human resources department. Kearney always maintained a large workforce. In the peak season, Kearney would employ over 10,000 persons. And my responsibility at that time was to train the supervisors, managers, foremen, executives in leadership, supervisory, management skills. There had been a vacancy for a training specialist for a little while, and so the position was advertised. I applied for it. I was interviewed by a panel of executives, and I was offered a job as a training and development specialist for Kearney. The initial responsibility included developing a training needs analysis. Kearney always had an extremely strong vocational and technical training capability. In fact, apprentices from Kearney were snapped up by the other industries because of their exposure to technical and vocational training, engineering training. I had to conduct a needs analysis for the foremen, supervisors, managers, and so on, executives, and to design programs for them. And that meant there were particular responsibilities relevant to sugar production, sugar harvesting, sugar production, field operations. So the first thing was to develop a program and then to start a schedule of training. I did not conduct all of the training myself. I conducted some of the training, but we brought in external professionals and consultants to do a lot of the training. And we use an indigenous, well-developed practice of training people within the industry, within Kearney, executives and managers within Kearney with years and years of experience to become trainers within the system. Yes, we had to teach communication skills, social responsibility. I would go into the factories. We had 2 production factories, operating factories in St. Madeleine and Breton Castle. So I would go to the factories and I would go at different times, late in the night, different shifts, and get a sense, a hands-on sense of the operations in the factory. I would go into the fields and meet and talk to and get a sense of the offices and facilities and people. And I was asked to function as the manager, coordinator of the public relations and communications department for a while. And this meant public relations and communications in a massive environment like Kearney that was so socially integrated with the community meant communicating on all levels. I was a human resources manager at the time when the decision was taken by the government to close down, to stop it. So I was involved in all the negotiations with the employees, with the discussions with the executive team, with the trade unions, with the government officials and so on. So I understood and was involved in the processes very intimately. We were given the initial impression that there was not going to be a closure of the industry, but a re-engineering of the industry. And there was a phenomena, a very peculiar phenomena, which we did not anticipate to be a problem, but turned out to be a big problem. There were people working in this industry for 20, 30, sometimes 40 years, but they were considered to be temporary employees. I would say about 2,000 were employable, otherwise in the sense of degrees, certificates, training. They had the academic foundation for employment elsewhere. So for about 2,000 people, 1,500 to 2,000 people, it was not absolutely difficult, challenging, but they would get jobs. We knew that they would get jobs outside. No, I think it's a great undertaking to create the museum and village. it will be reviving a lot of the memories and the heritage. And we have tended in our country and our region to forget history. We have tended to do that, and we pay the price. And this is a way that we will at least be remembering history.